asked for permission to come in. Can I come in? This is Chad. I'm here to give you a bed bath. He says, that sounds outstanding. Wash my hands. I put my gloves on. I gather up all my supplies. I'm going to lock my privacy curtain, of course. Lock my privacy curtain. Lock the bed. Pull the privacy curtain. I come over here and I identify my patient. Hey, Chip. Are you Chip? He says he is Chip. I'm here to give you a bed bath. If you're able to participate at all, that would be great. Is now a good time? He says, absolutely. Always a good time for a bath. Raise him up to a proper working height. It's going to be a long skill, so we sure want to get that raised up. We're going to lower the head of the bed. Actually, let's keep him upright for a little while we wash his face. We'll lower him once we get done with his upper body. And, of course, we're going to place the bath blanket over him. Place bath blanket, have him hold onto it, tuck it behind his shoulders there, pull everything down here to the bottom of the bed. We can offer him to go to the bathroom before we get started because this skill is a longer skill. If you need to use the restroom, we can do that. I can assist you with that before we get started. He says he's fine. That's good. We've checked. We do have an incontinence pad underneath of him, so that's good. I brought in all the supplies, all the stuff to finish up with here. Should have everything on a barrier here. We're going to check our water, make sure it's 105 to 110. Check it with the back of our wrist. Chip checks it with his wrist. We all confirm that that is exactly what he wants. This could be on our overbed table, of course. I've just got it setting here. We're going to take a towel, we're going to place that behind his head. We'll be moving this along as we are washing, rinsing, drying. When we go to new body areas, we'll keep moving this towel. We can replace it or swap it out if it becomes wet or soiled or anything like that. We're ready to get started here. Again, offering him independence if he can assist at all, that's great. Put some water. We've just got water 105 to 110. We can apply some soap. We'll start off by doing his eyes. No soap with that usually. Chip, you don't want any soap around your eyes, do you? No, that's fine. And we wash, or we rinse actually, from one section across. Use the new section of our washcloth and rinse the other eye. Working from in to out. We've rinsed those. We can go ahead and discard that. Grab a new one and new section over here, dry the other eye. Eyes are taken care of. We're going to proceed to the rest of the face. We can ask him if he wants soap on it. He says he loves to have soap on his face. Water, soap on there, and we're going to utilize all 4 areas of our cloth. We're going to start here. We'll work from midline, working our way down. We start at the, I would start at the forehead, work our way here, kind of come around here, and maybe get behind the ears, see if we can work our way down a little bit. Second area, we'll do the exact same thing on the other side. We go here, cut across here, come down behind the ears, over through here. We have a couple more sections that we can utilize on our washcloth, and we can start to below the eyes now, get through the jawline, in here, work our way underneath the chin. Third section, we have one section left. We'll do the exact same thing on the other side, kind of through the nose, getting in here, working our way down. Okay, using 4 sections, we got the entire face. Already did the eyes. New washcloth, just water, same 4 areas. 1, 2, 3, 1 or 4 section, using new sections each time. Patting dry the same areas. Dry, dry. Third section, dry. 4th section, dry. How's that, Chip? We got you all washed, rinse, and dry on the face. He says that was great. We're going to proceed down. We can take this and place this underneath of his arm. Moving our way down. Chip, can I adjust your head of the bed? He says that's fine. We can change our gloves if we need to at this point. Anytime we touch our all light wash, gloves off, sanitize, gloves back on. We're going to proceed new section of washcloth, new section of arm, third section, working our way from armpit down to the wrist. We've washed everything. We're going to rinse everything with a new washcloth. 1, switch, 2, switch, 3. We've rinsed everything, and of course we're going to dry everything. Dry, new section, dry, new section. We've dried all of the arms. We're of course repeating on the other side as we move along. Chip, we're proceeding, we're down to your hands. Now we could bring in additional basins, and we can tell our tester at this point we could have had their hands soaking. We could be providing nail care if he so desired. We could also have his feet soaking in some basins as well at 105 to 110. Otherwise, we're going to proceed on with the hands. Water, apply soap, wash the hands. New one, just water, rinsing the hands. New one, patting dry the hands. Of course, repeating along the other side as we're moving. Chip, we're going to move to your chest. If it's a female, we for sure want to be extra cautious, making sure that we've got our privacy curtain, of course, providing any additional privacy here as well. We could even place a towel over the breast if we wanted to. And we're going to now water, soap. We're going to come under here. And when you guys are testing, do it just like this. Your tester doesn't need to see you doing anything. You don't want to expose. We're just going to say that we're washing all areas of the chest. New washcloth, rinsing all areas of the chest. New washcloth, drying all areas of the chest, making sure that we're getting underneath the breast when we're drying, looking underneath any skin folds, making sure any skin folds throughout the body, we're drying those off really well. Now we're going to proceed to the abdomen. New washcloth, water, soap, washing the abdomen. New one, rinsing abdomen. New one, drying the abdomen. Okay, we've done the head, armpits, arms, hands, chest, and abdomen. We're going to proceed down the body here. We're going to move this. Again, if this became wet, soiled, or anything like that, we would replace that. I'm going to place this underneath the leg. Now we're going to expose only the leg we're working with. Water, soap, washing the leg, working from top down. New section, top down to the ankle, and a third section. New washcloth, just rinsing. 1, 2, and 3. Let's dry those legs. Dry, dry, dry. Wash, rinse, and dried, of course, repeating as we go along. Down to the feet now. Like I said, we could be having those soaking if he so desired. Otherwise, water and soap. Wash the feet. New one. Just water, rinsing the feet. New one. Pat dry the feet. Repeat on the other side. Chip. We're going to get ready to turn you to go to your back side. I'm going to take gloves off and sanitize new gloves on before I go to turn him. Chip, I'm going to move you a little bit closer to me so I can get you turned without spilling out of the bed. Using proper technique. Both arms across the chest, leg pointing over, not exposing. Side rail up. Chip, on the count of 3, I'm going to turn you. 1, 2, 3. Grab onto the side rail, keeping him covered up as much as possible. Okay, and expose him just so you guys can see what I'm doing here. And I'm going to wash, rinse, and dry the back. Water, soap. We could place another towel here, I guess, if we wanted to. Water and soap, and you can work from top to bottom on this because we're nowhere near the buttocks here. Probably start at the top, working our way down. New section, middle, and a third section on the bottom here. New washcloth, just water. Top 1, middle 2, third section on the bottom. New one, just drying, patting dry. New section, and third section. The back is dry. The only remaining spots that we have left is the perineal, front perineal and rear perineal. Typically you want to work from cleanest to dirtiest, so we'll turn and do the front perineal care first, and then we'll finish up with the rear perineal care. Chip, we're going to go ahead and turn you back. I'll take my gloves off, sanitize, and new gloves back on. I'm turning you back into supine position. Roll him back over. We could probably just leave him here for now because we're going to have to turn him, so leave him right there. At this point, we can mention that we could change out our water if it's become cold. At this point, we could have some new water at 105 to 110. Doing all of our appropriate checks, and we're going to offer front perineal care. So you're just going to say, at this point, I'd offer front perineal care, which we just went over, which is washing, rinsing, and drying the genitals. Gloves off, sanitize, new gloves back on, and we're going to finish up with the back. Turning, of course, correctly, leg over leg, arms across chest, side rail up. Chip on the count of 3. I'm turning you to finish up. I turn. Not exposing. I'm going to provide rear perineal care back here, washing, rinsing, and drying. So we just say, I'm going to provide rear perineal care. Provided rear perineal care, I'm going to check the towel here. I'm going to roll that inwards, discard into soiled linen. I'm going to check the pad. And if this needs to be replaced, I go ahead and replace it and change gloves at that point. Okay, gloves off, sanitize, new gloves on, place new pad if needed. Chip, we're going to roll you back. Everything has been cleaned. Everything is dry underneath of him. Going to move him back into the center of the bed appropriately. Chip, throughout this process, I could be offering him lotions anywhere he wants on his body. I could also offer him deodorant. We can get him dressed at the end of this process as well. Do his hair, get him dressed, lotions, anything like that. If we notice anything unusual with the skin, we can let our nurse know. Gloves should still be clean here. Place his bath blanket here. Or his blankets, take the bath blanket down. Discard that. So ones should still be clean. Chip, I'm going to raise you back, or lower you back to the lowest position. Raise your head of the bed up. Give your collate back to you. Cleaned, sanitized, lotioned, clothed if he wants to. Put your collate back. You're safe. You're adjusted. I gather up all my supplies. Most of those things have been put away. Lock, open, come to the bathroom. Any supplies I had that need to be cleaned and sanitized, I clean and sanitize those. Put away anything else. Throw away laundry as appropriate. Gloves off. Wash hands, out the door, report, record.